free training where I'm going to show you how you can 3 times, 6 times, or 9 times the amount of referrals you get from just your Facebook profile. It's gonna blow you away. Now, the first thing I want you to do is in the description up above for this live, there should be, if I am not mistaken, there should be a link. There should be a number of links, but the first one is a worksheet that I want you to download. So if you could download that worksheet now, you're going to be with me for a while today, and I want you to have this worksheet because it's going to be super fun and it's going to be super engaging. I'm going to ask you a lot of questions today, so you better be on your game and put your answers in the comments. I'm going to ask you questions in this New Zealand accent, which is kind of a New Zealand accent, and I want you to grab a hold of that and tell me if you can understand me. So can you understand my accent? Let me know in the question box. Yes, Jeff, you are not that foreign, you could say. Or, yeah, we got you. So let me know. Yep, good. Yep, good. So what you're going to see when you download the worksheet is you're going to see something that looks a little bit like, you're going to see something that looks like this. Your referral generation worksheet. There are nine steps and in learning to counsel, 9 steps or 9 segments or 9 things that are important to get right if you want to get 3 times, 6 times, 9 times the amount of referrals for your real estate business, guys. So I'm giving you this completely free, this training, and I hope you enjoy it and it's valuable for you today. So let's go ahead and look right now at my slides. I'm going to show you some slides. I'm going to come back and forward. You're going to see a lot of me today, maybe too much of me, maybe not enough. Up to you. All right. So you should see this here. Do you see the slides? Let me know. Do you see it? You see 9. This was only limited to 100 people, but I'm doing it again for you because I'm a generous guy. All right. So my promise to you right now is that I'm going to show you how you can increase your referrals by 9 times. I'm going to show you how you can decrease your ad spend and stop the hustle, probably get 9 times the energy back. I'm going to show you how to decrease that. And I'm going to show you how it's 9 times more likely for you to work with clients that you like. These things. This is my promise. Stay with me. I'm going to show you how to do it with just your Facebook profile. And with your permission, at the end of this live, I'll tell you a bit more about how I can actually help you even more. So you can get more and more and more of this incredibly sexy accent, okay? So stay with me here, guys. Stay with me. And at the end of the workshop, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to also, you'll also be able to download the slides. You can download them right now, actually, because I put them up at once. And I'm going to give you a free self-assessment. That's there for you as well, where you can assess, is my service referral worthy? Yeah, it could be good, but are you inspiring the referral? If you're not going to win. And I'm going to have an opportunity for you to get more help from me. So let me ask you the first question, guys. In the next 12 months, how much do you want to grow? What do you want to do? What does success look like for you in the next 12 months? So let me know right now. Let me know in the live. I won't always be able to come back to the to your comments, but let me know in the next 12 months, how much do you want to grow? Do you want 3 times growth? Do you want 6 times growth? Or do you want 9 times growth? Put that in the comments. You know, maybe you want a different form of growth too. Maybe you are sick of working in one market, and you want to work with higher end, more luxury clients. Maybe that's a really good goal for you, right? So maybe that's your goal. Maybe your goal is to have more time, but you want the same amount of business with more time. Just let me know in the comments so I can read them and help you more with the training. So just let me know, what is it you want? Good. Seeing some things come in, I think. All right, so let's go back here to the screen and let's share some more screen, share some more time here. Really, my goal is to help you as much as possible today. And how would that kind of growth change your life? So if you got 3 times the amount of business, what would that give you? What would you gain from 3 times more business? Would you be busier? So maybe you gain a team member. Would you be able to go on holiday? Someone this morning said, I would have less stress because I have persistent cash flow. So let's think about that, all right? I'm not going to stay on this long. And what gets in the way of you achieving growth? Achieving huge growth, massive growth. What gets in the way? I have some things to get in the way for me too. Sometimes I don't value myself enough, or I hold back too much. Hard to believe, right? Doing this live, but yes, I pause for too long. It stops me. It slows me down. Maybe you feel that what gets in the way of you getting 3 times the amount of growth is cash flow. You can't buy enough leads. Maybe you feel like you don't have enough time to grow. Maybe you feel like you don't know enough people. Maybe it's your own fear, your own mindset. Big, big. Maybe there's too much competition. You think there's too much competition, right? So all these things, we all have these things that we believe get in the way for us. We believe that there are things that stop us being able to achieve what we feel like we should achieve, that we know in our hearts there's more for us. You know in your heart right now, you're watching this live video, it's not a mistake. You know that there is more business for you, more growth, greater exploration. Maybe you're already really successful. I hope you are. And you want, but you know there's something else. There's a team or a new business model to explore, okay? And maybe it's not for right now, but you know that there's more, but there's something that gets in the way, okay? So we're going to explore that a little bit today. So I'm going to show you how you can grow, not 3 times, not 6 times, not 9 times, however much you want through growing a powerful referral network using nothing but your Facebook profile. So who am I? Well, you might know me as the unrelenting kindness person, but I'm a dad to Gabriel, a dad to Amelie, a husband to Athalia. I started off as a veterinary surgeon. I worked as a filmmaker and a screenwriter and an actor, and now I am a digital strategist and real estate trainer and coach who helps people just like you and an entrepreneur. Now I'm showing you this, and you probably saw these posts recently. So in the comments right now, could you guys look at these 9 dogs? There are 9, right? And could you tell me what they all have in common? What do they all have in common? Yes, they're all of the canine species, right? Okay, if you haven't got it yet, I'd like you to count their legs. And I count the legs of the dogs in these pictures. I count 27, but I should count 36. All of these dogs are beautiful 3-legged dogs. Now you're thinking, well, why are you telling me about 3-legged dogs when this is a real estate training live? Like, why is he talking about 3-legged dogs? So let me tell you a little story. So I want to tell you about 3-legged dogs because my entire journey into digital strategy, marketing, training began with a 3-legged dog. In fact, it began with 111 3-legged dogs. When I first came to the United States in 2009, I had a couple of films in development as a filmmaker, and one of these films had a 3-legged dog in it. And on a whim, out of frustration with how long the process was taking, sitting in a little hostel in Koreatown, I put on my Twitter account, searching the world for a 3-legged dog to turn into a movie star. Well, within 6 weeks, I had 111 3-legged dogs from all around the world. People sending in their photos. I put them on my blog, my free blog. And one day I had 17,000 people vote for their favorite dog. I had articles on KXAN News in Texas and Channel 7 in Australia, MSNBC's website. All this buzz for nothing. No dollar spent. Nothing but a 3-legged dog. And I want to tell you something about why that works and what I learned from finding this 3-legged dog in every client and every person I coach and every person I help market. It's a powerful story. What makes this 3-legged dog stand out? Can you guess? Put it in the comments. Only having 3 legs, right? It's wound. It's wound. It makes it unique. Very hard to say no to a 3-legged dog. If you're ever in life and a 3-legged dog comes up to the table and begs you for food, I guarantee that's the dog you give the snack to. It has a unique story. How did it get that wound? How did it lose its leg? It's interesting. And it has courage. It doesn't spend its whole life looking for the leg it lost. It doesn't do that. figures out how to live, how to thrive. Some of these dogs were amazing. This one down the bottom was a world frisbee champion. Was one that herded cattle in Australia. It's a great cattle dog. And so now I ask you today, I ask you who are watching this Facebook Live, I ask you this very important question. When it comes to your brand, your humanity, your work as a realtor, what makes you unique? What makes you like a three-legged dog? What makes you stand out from the competition? Because when we know that, we can do 3 times, 6 times, 9 times the amount of business. What makes you unique? Let's have a look here. Could it be? Could it be these things? Your wounds, your unique story, and your courage. Could all these things be key ingredients in helping you build a powerful referral-based relationship network? Could it be so? Where are you getting in your way? Look at this guy, a three-legged dog. He's not running, he's flying. What would it look like for you to fly in your real estate business? To do 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 9 times the amount of business, all through referral, all using your Facebook profile. Trouble is, you got too many options. Trouble is, you're afraid to make a choice. So you jump around and you get distracted and you chase shiny rabbits like you're a three-legged dog instead of a real estate professional. Time to make some choices today. I'm going to help you. This is the promise. Let's do it. And when this happens, all of these benefits. No more hustling. No more door knocking, getting those doors slammed in your face. No more cold calling, getting hung up on. No more lead gen. No spending $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on expensive ads every month. No exhausting marketing campaigns. No outsourcing your social media to people who don't know you, don't respect you, don't represent you, because they're doing it for 7 or 8 other real estate professionals. No more annoying clients because you're working by referral to people that you love. When you have an extremely profitable 100% referral-based real estate business, you're going to get your life back, the kind of life you wanted when you first signed up. So your referral generated worksheet, that's a worksheet that I gave you. I'm going to go across it. I'm going to show you it now so we can look at each one of these 9 areas real quick, and then we're going to examine them one by one. Stay with me. Stay with me and fill this out. I'm having trouble reading your comments, so I can't respond to you in real time right now. But I will get to you afterwards, so leave your questions. These are the 9 areas. You can maximize these 9 areas. You're going to do huge real estate referral business. So here are the questions we're going to go through in the rest of our workshop here. Going live, free training. Who does that? All right. So here you can see this is 0. So 0 means terrible. 9 means genius. Okay. Don't worry about this part right here, right now. We'll look at that at the end. Okay. Don't worry about the top script. Okay. So we're going to go through, is your service really referral worthy? How strong is your professional referral pathway? I'll explain all this. How remarkable is your brand? Are you connecting with people outside of real estate? How strong is your brand sentence? And then we'll talk about your sphere of influence. We'll get down the bottom there. So let's go back. Let's go back to the screen and let's have another look here. Let's have another look right here. Are you with me? Are you staying with me? All right. So there are 3 referral pathways. Most of you only know about 2. The first one is a client referral pathway. Clients refer you to other people. The second one is the professional referral pathway. You know, you pay that 25% to another professional who refers you. And the third one you don't know much about. It's the brand ambassador referral pathway. You can see something unique about this. It's going to change your life if you can access it. I'm going to help you today. So are you asking for referrals or do you inspire them? We're looking here at the client referral pathway, the very first thing. Now you can see this man is walking up a hill. It's a narrow pathway. It's very narrow. It doesn't work if you're a new realtor. If you've moved to a new state, it doesn't work too well. If you've re-got your license, it doesn't work too well. Only works if you have a lot of clients. And even then, it's limited because there's not a large number of people. Well, we still want to optimize it for you, though. And so it's the story your clients are telling about you. That's really what will inspire referrals. You have to ask for them. You've lost already. And it's not the same as being good at your job. It's about being excellent relationally. And let me talk to you straight to camera now. I'm here in a very busy Starbucks getting a lot of strange looks, but it's okay. I'm used to it. Right. So what you have in a client realtor relationship, for example, is you have someone who should do a good job for the client, and you get paid a good commission. That's a neutral transaction. It doesn't inspire a great story. So when I ask you what is unique about you, why should people refer you, being good at your job isn't enough. I'm sorry, not enough. You're better than that. What inspires a story, a great referral story, is when you step outside the bounds of the transaction. When you do something amazing that doesn't make sense to the client because you're not doing it for your commission anymore. You're not doing it for a referral. You're connecting with that human being. So, for example, you are my realtor. Thank you. You're my realtor, and we're going. You're selling my house, my house, and I'm also very stressed because of my work, and moving and family stuff, and something doesn't quite go right, and I completely go off at you. Hands up in the comments, in the Facebook like comments, in the Facebook Live comments. If you have ever had a client go off on you, anybody? Anybody? Wow. You really have three choices when I go off on you. Well, four if you count hitting me. I don't recommend it, right? Four choices. Ignore that one. First choice is you can fire me because my behavior was very disrespectful, and on some occasions you might need to do that. The second choice is you can kind of pretend that it doesn't really happen and just move on and give me space. The third choice, the bravest choice, is to see me as a human being, to not take it personally, and to sit down with me and help me process my stress. Because then the story I'm telling is a story of grace, actually. It's a story like this. I completely went off on Dave. It was totally uncool. But rather than get angry with me or fire me, he fucking bought me a beer. And he sat down with me. And we talked about my stress. And I processed it. What kind of realtor does that? Man, you've got to use Dave. He's an incredible human being, right? That story is excellent relational skills. That story gets you client referral flowing. So let me go across to here, and I'm going to ask you to put in the Facebook comments for this one here. Put how good is how referral worthy is your service? Is it a 0 or is it a 9? Okay. It's a 9 if all of your clients are referring you. All of them are referring you. It's a 0 if you don't get any referrals. And if you're getting sort of 50%, it's around a 4 or 5. And I'm guessing that many of you are going to say 4 or 5. So we're going to put this in right here, okay? I'm going to put this in right here. I'm going to put an X there. Put that in, okay? All right, there we go. All right, so that one there's done. So let's go back to our slides, guys. Are you with me? Are you staying with me? Are you engaging? Or am I talking to an empty space? I might be, but that's okay. I'm good at it. All right, so this is the client referral pathway. Now, the relational real estate pathway, you're like, why does Jeff have a picture of his cat, Felix? Yes, this is my cat. He's a lovely cat. I love to cuddle him. My children got on very well with him, but they haven't seen him much very lately. Actually, I haven't seen them. I haven't seen my kids. Should not keep a lion at home, right? Well, the reason it's a lion is it's a very competitive path. Look, you're in a group of 1,800 realtors right now, the referral generator path. If I were to put in a post, I need a good realtor in Orlando, Florida, there would be, for a referral, there would be 10, 15, 20, 100 people respond because there's so much competition. So you have to succeed at this pathway, a speciality or a niche, like working with veterans. You have to have alliances if you're going to work this pathway really well, like be connected strongly to other realtors. You could be an industry leader or an influencer. And if you're not any of those things, if you're not the top cat in your neck of the woods, then you're really going to be eating scraps. You're going to be tearing each other apart for those referrals. So when we go back to our little chart here, which hopefully you guys have printed off, where are you in this? How strong is your professional referral pathway? Is it a big focus for you? Do you get any referrals from other realtors? Are you 0 or a 1? Or are you a 9? You're like 100% referral realtor. So you can put your X there. Or do you just get some? You're not really have a niche. You're not really a thought leader or an industry leader. Okay, all right. So I'm getting the vibe here that a lot of you probably around here, probably around a 2. So let's put that in there. All right, very cool. Okay, so we got that there now. All right, so you can see we're beginning to get a little bit of a profile, and I'll show you how this all connects, and I'll show you what you need to do to get 9 times the amount of referrals, okay? This is a very powerful training, and I'm delighted to share it with you today. All right, okay. Now, this is the third pathway that I want to tell you about. And I'm going to quickly go through these points, and I'm going to talk to you personally, because this is an extremely wide path. It is unlimited. You are your only competition here, friends. You have complete control. And it's not about the technology. It's about your personality, your brand, and your commitment, and I'll share some stories. And this is where you can get 3 times, 6 times, 9 times your referral business. What you need to understand is that people don't refer you. Average members of the community don't refer you because you're good at your job. They don't even refer you because they work with you. In 2019, with a socialized, social media, technology-based society that we have, people will refer you because they resonate with you and they resonate with your online presence often, or they like your values, they share your hobbies, etc. That is the main reason people will recommend you. And it's unlimited because you don't have to have worked with somebody. They don't have to be a professional. It could literally be your hairstylist. It could be your neighbor Maureen that you've hardly ever met. You might not even know that they're resonating with you. But when you unlock this power, when you unlock the power of the brand ambassador pathway, your business can go through the roof 3 times, 6 times, 9 times. Seen it happen. We'll share some stories with you in a second. All right, so let's go ahead here. Let's go back to the slides here, and we'll unpack some of this. Okay, so let me ask you, let's get this up here. What kind of growth do you want via this brand ambassador pathway? Because it's really going to affect how aggressive you are at going after growth. So if you want fast business growth, then you are going to go for a raging torrent. You want to 9 times your business, build a team, create a brand, go really, really aggressively. Perhaps you're already really successful though. Perhaps you're already really successful and you're kind of happy with the amount of work, but you want to move more to luxury. You want to work with more clients that you like and less that you don't. Then you're more of a gentle stream. And if you're in between there, then you're a swollen river. You want growth that's like 6 times what you're going to go after. The choices you make today, the choices you make right now about how you, what you say no to and what you say yes to, and the brand that you create on Facebook and the strategies that you use to gather people in, this is going to affect your growth in terms of referrals. Okay. So what kind of growth are you after? Not more clients, better clients. That's a gentle stream. I want a steady and predictable stream of clients. That's a fast stream. Or do you want massive growth? Put that in the comments. What do you want? What do you want? Ask me questions. Share this with other people. I'm giving you this time for free. Tag other realtors on this post, okay? In the comments. Let's get things moving here. I have literally no idea whether anybody is listening to me. It's going to be great because I'm not looking at the Facebook Live. I'm focusing on you. You, the one person maybe who's listening to me right now. If all there is one person listening to me talk right now, then I'm doing this for you, okay? Because your business matters to me. And I don't want you to hustle and cold call and be stressed. I want you to reach your dreams. I want you to be successful. I want you to change your community and be a massive influence in our world. That's why I do what I do. And this is the story of Chrissy. Many of you might know her. Virginia-based realtor, did our training, one of our trainings last year. She's a single parent. Yeah. She was going through significant personal challenges when we worked together. But through unlocking her brand ambassador pathway in November, she did 6 times the amount of business in January. 6 times in cold, frozen Virginia. I think. Never been there. From New Zealand originally, right? But I think it's pretty cold in January, right? Is it? Is it cold in Virginia in January? What's the average temperature then? Yeah, she's kind of a three-legged dog, right? She had some wounds. She's going through some hard things, but she flew. She absolutely took off. Still is. Chatted with her yesterday. 600 or 6 times the increase. And you can achieve this kind of growth too. We've worked with hundreds of realtors and help them grow via referral with nothing but their Facebook profile. What do you think it will take to get you to your goal? What do you think it will take? What is your goal? 3 times? What will it take? More of the same? Polishing up a shiny rabbit that you already have? Or chasing another new shiny rabbit? What are you going to choose? None of these. There's a bunch of not so shiny rabbits saying hello to you today. You guys like rabbits? I know that Donna Weatherby, who we've worked with, she loves rabbits. Someone should tag her on this post and tell her just talking about rabbits. I'll even keep the rabbits on the screen for another couple of seconds. Donna would do anything for a rabbit. She really would. All right. So let me tell you this story. Look, I want to paint a picture for you, and this is what I do in all my training. Stories are powerful because they make points. They help people understand. They connect people together. So it's Black Friday at Macy's in New York. That's what it is. Pretty busy. Anyone been there in Macy's on Black Friday in New York? I have. Nearly didn't make it out alive, but I got a great TV. No, I didn't. All right. So here's the story. It's important for you to understand. There's a person, a man, who's just got a job at Macy's, and he's determined to make a good impression on his boss. And he's working Black Friday, and so he puts his running shoes on at the start of the day, puts them on, does some stretches, limbers up, takes some Gatorade, puts a little snack pack on his hip, and that day, on Black Friday, what he does is he sprints through the store, and he just touches people, just touches them, slaps them on the back, tries to keep his hands in decent places, just touches them. Wow, he's exhausted by the end of the day. He comes to his manager and he says, "Sir, I did brilliant today. I am your top salesperson. I touched 1,535 people today." 15,000 actually. 15,035 people. That's what he told me. It's incredible. I touched this many people. I did a great job. And his boss looked at him and said, "You did a terrible job because you didn't stay still long enough to connect with anybody, to sell them anything, to make their day better, to make the world better." Well, the truth is that that's how many of you and many of us are using the social space and doing lead gen. We're everywhere. We're touching so many people. We're counting our numbers, but we're not stopping long enough to build anything, to build relationships, to look people in the eye, to make a difference for them. What if you did? What if you did that? I guarantee you might touch a lot less people in one day on the shoulder, not touching them anywhere else, right? But you'll make a profound difference in their life and you'll build your referral network. So some of what I'm going to talk to you about now when it comes to building a brand ambassador pathway is saying no to some of the hustle and the busyness and saying, I'm going to commit to building my referral network because it's going to give to me and give to others, give to our world over and over and over again. And when I do less, I will achieve far more. Let's go back to the slides here. Is that making sense? Tag some people. Share this with others. Let them know that some good stuff is going down right now. Because this is what it takes. This here is a line in the sand. It's a sun ray in the sand. It seems very gentle. And I'm talking about you drawing a line in the sand today and saying, I'm not going to hustle anymore. I'm not going to cold call. I'm not going to be all over the place with my lead gen. I'm not going to buy leads that are crappy. I'm going to build a brand that really helps people. Now on the right there, that's a picture from Christchurch, New Zealand, when there was the last earthquake there. That was actually a flat piece of land before the earthquake. But the force underneath it, underneath the ground, pushed the river, pushed the seabed up 10 feet, right there, right in one point. You can't even walk there now. You have to climb up it. It's 10 feet tall. That's the kind of commitment I want from you, from within you, to say, I'm not going to be all over the place anymore. I'm going to build something. I've got value to add today. And that's what I'm going to help you with as we go through the next part of this training. Because if you want to open up your brand ambassador pathway and generate loads of referrals, you must commit to one primary social media home for your brand. And you must stand still long enough there to make a difference. And by doing less, you will achieve more. Build a remarkable presence that people can't stop talking about and sharing with their friends. At the moment, you're everywhere, and nothing is really that remarkable. I'm sorry, it's really most likely not. And then you wonder why there are one or two professionals who are just so uniquely themselves that their social media profiles blow up. Okay, there's a reason for it. There's a reason for it. And so let's talk about what that place should be. Say, why should it be your Facebook? So why should it be your Facebook profile? Let me tell you about that. It should be your Facebook profile for these reasons. Your audience is on Facebook. 2.5 billion people are having Facebook accounts right now. Pretty much everyone has their own personal Facebook account. Facebook's CRM, totally underutilized by nearly everybody, is so powerful for building relationships and building your sphere. Most people are not using it that way. The modes of expression on Facebook are varied. So you don't have to be a great photographer to use Facebook. You don't have to be a great writer to use Facebook. You can choose the medium you need to connect with. And also Facebook is so closely aligned with Facebook Messenger, where you have private communication tools where you can take the relationship and move it to a private space. It's a very powerful, very flexible platform that gets a bad rap, but it should be your first place. It should be the home of your brand. It's called your personal Facebook profile. So this is where your closest people should be gathered. It's where your relational equity and wealth sits most strongly. So let's look at what you can do with it today. Once you get that right, sure, move on to other Facebook channels. But get it right first. Don't try and get it right in all these different places. You won't. You do the split. You pull your abductor muscle. All right, let's keep going here. Are you enjoying this? Sharing it with others? I hope so. Well, now I want to move into your brand, and we're going to look at that sheet again in a second. How remarkable is the online expression of your personal brand? How remarkable is it? What do I mean by this? What I mean by this is, do you think that others are talking about it a lot? Do you think there's anything unique about it? Do you think that people are sharing your content a lot? Let's go ahead and look at that a little chart again. If you've got yours printed out, then you can put some marks on it, okay? So we're looking at this here, right here. We're saying, how remarkable is the online expression of your brand? You know, are you getting a lot of engagement? Are people really engaged with your content? Number of reasons why they might not just be your content, but how remarkable is it? Can you easily say, this is really an incredible presence that this person has, that you have? Now, I did this morning, and I'm telling you the truth here. Most people right here or right here, so we're going to put it right between here. For the commitment phobic ones, we'll choose between 1 and 2. Okay, between 1 and 2. All right, there we go. So let's jump back and look at some more brand questions for you. You can see here, a lot of gaps, a lot of room for growth. Everybody has it. Don't worry if you have it. Be honest. We all need to grow, and I can help you with that. So back to the slides here. Making sense for you guys? Because unless you stand out, unless you resonate, you're not going to activate that brand ambassador pathway. The next question is your content deeper than real estate? It must be more than the transaction. Some of you are so anxious about your content. You're so anxious about your real estate career. You're so wanting to grow so much. You're so wanting to get your name on that certificate that you can hold up, or your plaque on the wall, or whatever it is. It really doesn't mean anything at all, in my opinion. It's not actually helping people, but it feels good to have an achievement. You so much want that you're forgetting something very, very critical. I want you to think right now. Yes, just think. No, I want you to think right now about your community, your market where you sell real estate, your area, your farm, whatever. Farm sounds so horrible. People are not animals. Why would you call it that, right? I want you to keep thinking about your people, your community, where you live. Let's think relationally. Let's not make them animals. I want you to think about those people. I want you to answer this question. What percentage of those people, anyone old enough to have a Facebook profile, is currently looking to buy a house or sell a house or invest in a house? What percentage? 50%? No. 20%? No. 10%? No, not even 10%. You'd be lucky to call it 5%. It's much more likely to be 1% or less, right? Now what I want you to do is I want you to go to your Facebook profile, and I want you to look at your cover photo for a start, look at your profile picture, and then I want you to go down your last 10 posts, and I want you to tell me how many of them are about real estate. In many cases, it's 90%. So here you have an audience of which 1% maximum are interested in real estate. And here you have your content, of which 95% is about real estate. Is it any wonder that you can't form strong referral-based relationships? Because you're talking about stuff that I'm not interested in. This is why many people will hire me or use our training because I sit in the seat of the consumer. I'm thinking like the consumer. I'm not thinking industry terms and jargon. If you want to do something different in your business, you better work with people who think like the consumer, not like another realtor. It's not going to work for you. Go do something different, right? And so what we see is this massive disconnect. You're not connecting with me with your content. And so as we go across to the sheet, does that make sense? Does that make sense? Let me know. It doesn't have to. You can agree with me or disagree with me. You can call me an idiot. I really don't mind. I'll still stand behind what I believe. I've worked with this for many, many years with many realtors. So are you consistently connecting outside of topics about real estate? So what's your resonance? Where are you on this? You know, and when I say connecting, are you sharing values, passions, hobbies, life stages, stories? Are you getting 30, 40, 50, 100 different pieces of interaction on your content? Now, if you are, you can give yourself a 9. And we had a 9 this morning. Great. Or you can give yourself an 8. And if you're really struggling, if you're talking about real estate all the time, you're literally hurting your referral potential, because all I think about you is you're just trying to sell me. All right? So I'm going to say that some of you are in the middle here. I think some of you are probably about here. So I'm going to give you a 5. Okay. All right. You wondering how this works yet? You should. It's pretty cool. Once you see it at the end, you'll be like, oh, that's how it works. Okay, here we go. Back to the screen. Let's look at the next question. Can others describe you and your value in one sentence to a friend? Now, I'm talking about the value that your personal Facebook profile has. Now, it doesn't matter. It could be your Instagram account. It could be anything. But what helps it to grow and what helps your brand to grow is if I can tell my friends why they should connect with you. So I can say, you should follow Adam on Facebook because his political views and discussion are incredible, and people have this fantastic debate. If you like that, you're going to love it. Or I could say, you need to check out Sarah's photographs. They're incredibly beautiful. She catches like birds in this really unique light, right? The more I can describe it, and this is the part of the next one as well, so we'll do these two together, but the more describable you are, the stronger you know what you're about, the faster your brand will grow. And I'll tell you something really silly and really funny. You can literally get known for anything. You can choose anything you want. In fact, it's better to be known for something other than something really, really bad. I don't think you should be known. Now, the mischievous part of my humor is thinking of some things that a person should not be known for, and I'm not going to say any of them. However, in general, you should be and can be known for absolutely anything. To the point that for a while, and some of you are not going to believe me, but for a while I was known for my love, nay, deep passion, nay, lifelong commitment to cheese. And so I would post jokes about my love of cheese on Facebook and always sneaking out snacks and all that sort of stuff. Well, it's exaggerated. I don't really love cheese that much. And this is the part they're like, he does love cheese. I've seen his post. Do you know, if I go to my timeline where I've been tagged on things, so I haven't always accepted these through, in the space of 6 months, I was tagged, last count, in 135 different posts about cheese. In fact, people would say, I was in Scotland and I saw this cheese and I thought it was good. Or how cheese is good for your heart, that kind of link post. I was just tagging everything about cheese. I'm just telling you this. I don't think it's good or bad, but I managed to make myself known for something really easily. That helped me to stand out. I was known for humor around cheese. Now, I'm not doing that anymore. I've sworn off cheddar. No more cheddar. It's not good for me. Getting a little chubby. Anyway, it's good to be known for something rather than not be known. So what are you known for? Is the question I have for you. Are you following me? You can put what you're known for or what you think you're known for. You can say nothing too. Now this is a place where people really don't have a strong brand sentence. I believe in kindness. Kindness matters, changing the world through kindness, all these sorts of things. These are things when you can hang your hat on them. Now you know your brand and you can create content and reach out to people who feel the same way. Puts everything you create and all the ways that you live through a lens. And so I'd say most people, I don't know what you guys are, what are you at here? I would say that most people, in terms of knowing their brand, are probably around a 3 here. Some people have done some brand work and they're a little better. Some people have done some brand work and they've got it wrong. It's not really who they are. So I've seen that quite a bit too. Spent a lot of money on brand work without ever really finding out the truth of who they are. Oh, that's interesting. Let's get rid of that. It's not really working for me. Here we go. This one should work now. Here we go. I got it in the end. See, if you persist at anything, even using Microsoft Paint, you can win. It's absolutely true. All right. Now the next question was, how strongly can we differentiate you from your competitors? So what I'm asking you here is, if you were to take your 10 top competitors in your area in terms of personal brand, and you look at your content, the way you present yourself on Facebook, what you're known for, how different are you? Where's the adventure? Where's the mystery? Where's the uniqueness? So if you feel like you are no different, then you've got to give yourself one down here. If you feel like you're doing quite a good job of sharing your wound and being courageous like that three-legged dog, then I'm going to give you one up here. I'm going to give you this. Okay, so we're here. All right. Now we're going to go back to a different topic. I'm going to race through some slides here for you. So I want you to imagine if you had one social media channel and only your favorite modes of expression. Because part of being remarkable, again, is doing less. So not only are you on all these different channels, but you're expressing yourself in all these different ways. You're taking photos, you're doing Facebook Live, you're doing videos, you're writing posts, you're doing rants, you're asking questions, you're running polls, all these different things. And it's affecting your ability to be known for anything, because you're trying to be known for everything, and no one can describe that. No one can put their mind around that. And so you could be known just for, I mentioned this example, perhaps you're known for videos that inspire love. I mean, a crazy thing, right? But you're a realtor who cares passionately about your community, and you care passionately about forgiveness and relationships, perhaps. Because you see a lot of relationships not working in your real estate career. So you decide to spend 2 minutes a week, or you create a 2-minute video every week that is specifically about bringing the love back, right? Not the crazy 70s love, but actually real love. And so you share videos, and when people watch them, they're like, oh my God, I'm totally taking my son for granted. I forget how much I love him. Or, oh my goodness, my parents are old. I better make things right before they pass. Or, you're right, the world has changed by small acts of love. Let me go out and do some acts of love now. And so very quickly, you create those videos, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, do it for about 8 weeks. Very soon, people in your sphere are going to know you as the person that creates these compelling videos about love. You're only doing one thing. You're doing one thing on Facebook, using one topic, using one method of expression, and you're creating brand power, recognition. You're beginning to open up that brand ambassador pathway, and I'm going to share more about that really soon. Is this making sense? What's your one thing? You can have more than one thing. We normally will encourage you to, but you can create a powerful social media brand using only your favorite modes of expression. Like you're doing marketing you enjoy now. You might not like video. You might like to write. You might like to ask questions. You might like to rant. You choose. It's you. You do you. I'll do me. We're not competing against each other. We're only competing against ourselves. Well, the methods that we teach, you can get and build a powerful brand with only 5 to 6 posts a week, right? It's not a lot of work. It's 2 hours a week. You're maybe spending way more time on that. Imagine if just doing that, 2-3 hours a week on Facebook, you did 3 times, 6 times, or 9 times your referral business. Yeah, that's right. You put your feet up. Enjoy life for a bit. And this is what one of our clients said, Laura Hall. She's a Sonoma County realtor. I don't think she'd mind me saying. She's more on the introverted side. Loveliest person I ever met. She doesn't really like to do video, although she's going to try. She doesn't really like to talk on the phone, but she loves the people in her neighborhood with a passion. So she built a brand around the word helping and the action of helping. She's probably known as the most helpful realtor in Sonoma County. I'm sure she is. 300%, 3 times increase in her referral business just from helping, just from being known as someone who helps. She's not trying to do everything. She's just helping. What would your thing be? What about you? Do you want to keep hustling? Do you want to manage multiple social media channels a day? Do you want to run around Macy's in those running shoes touching as many people as you can? Do you want to pay thousands of dollars in lead gen? $7,600 on average per transaction spent on lead gen in the United States. $7,600. Doesn't work in most territories. That's from place setup. Posting unengaging real estate content that no one really responds, that gets you frustrated. It's going to be cold calling and door knocking, getting phones hung up on you. Who does that in the 21st century? You don't need to. You don't need to. But you want something pure and simple. Something that's authentic, something that's unique, something that's remarkable, something that's doable, something that's you. Now, the real tragedy is that some of you will be wondering if you've got what it takes. You struggle to see how wonderfully unique and remarkable you are. Now, I've worked with, I think, 150 realtors in my career, helping them with brand, and I have yet to meet one who wasn't unique, authentic, and remarkable. Just because you don't know what it is doesn't mean it isn't so. Just because you don't believe that you are unique and remarkable doesn't mean it isn't so. You might need to walk into that uniqueness. You might need to jump or leap and embrace everything that is weird, unusual, good, and wonderful about you. But it's there. It's in every person. There's no such thing as a vanilla person or a boring person or a normal person. We're all fascinating creatures. We've got silly idiosyncrasies and wonderful abilities. Even the things we really suck at, even the wounds that we carry, they make you interesting, right? Even if you had a really obnoxious social ill, it could be fascinating if you talked about it and gave it the right context. Make you stand out. You're the only one with that problem. You know what that problem is. You're thinking about it right now, right? You're thinking about it. You know what it is. What would it look like to turn that into an asset? What would it look like to turn it into a strength? To own it in humility and to utilize it. It can be done. I've seen it done many times. Let's go back here. Are you with me? Are you enjoying this? All right. Let's look here. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it isn't so. What's your choice anyway, guys? What's your choice? Are you going to keep hustling and cold calling and fighting and trying to muscle your way through? You're going to keep believing the crap, or you're going to discover the magic that's inside of you? You know it's there. Time to let it out. Share it with your world via Facebook. Build a remarkable real estate business for you and your family. They deserve it, and you deserve it even more. Go ahead, do it. If you're going to open up the brand ambassador pathway, generate 3 times, 6 times, 9 times the real estate business, you're going to need to do one more thing. Can you guess what it is? One more thing. Okay, right now, in this training, what I've taken you through is you having an outstanding referral-based business. So you're creating great stories with your business, tangible business, right? And then you're connected to a good number of professionals for referrals too. And then you now have this remarkable brand, this unique expression of who you are. But there is one thing missing. Can you guess what it is? I'll give you a clue. I think you're looking at one right now. People are missing. We have to build an audience for your brand, get all those referrals. We have to create referral partners. This is a very powerful part of our work that we've succeeded a lot with, and I want to show you right now. Go ahead here. Put your questions in. Share this. Tag them. This is about to get really good. Ask questions. Let others know. You're not competing against them. You don't need to keep this training for yourself. I'm giving it to all of you. You're not competing against them. The only person you're competing against is yourself. And if you keep competing against other people, you'll never build your own brand. You'll never be remarkably you. You'll be definitely not somebody else instead, or better than somebody else. That's not very cool. That's not very unique. Don't make these mistakes as you look at generating your audience and building your brand and your sphere of influence. Don't make this mistake. Don't try and appeal to everybody. Nobody can do that. Don't hide from the people you don't know. Too many people do that. You're not meeting new people. You're not growing. Don't let your sphere of influence choose you. You choose the people who belong. It's a very big problem. And don't keep relationships only online. And I'm going to share some of this with you now. But imagine if your sphere of influence consisted of these people. People who share your passions, who understand your life stage, who enjoyed the similar hobbies that you do, that shared your values, that had a similar outlook on life. Imagine if you were connected to 5,000 people. That's how many people you can be connected to on your Facebook profile who live in your community and had influence over your target market. How would that influence your real estate business, friends? How would that influence it? And most of us are too afraid to go after our sphere and say, these are the people who belong, because we're afraid of shutting doors and excluding people. And what I want you to understand right now, very important, the way you market your business, the way you build your sphere of influence is completely different to the transactions that you're doing right now. In fact, if you want to market to everybody, you're going to stay in the same place, hustling and cold calling, because you can't build anything. You can't build an audience for a brand unless you choose to belong. And I do not believe you or anyone when they say, my brand is for everybody. That is bullshit. It's bullshit. The brand is never for everybody. You can never, ever build something that way. You have to make some choices. Doesn't mean, hear me, doesn't mean you won't be incredibly kind, incredibly good, and incredibly professional in helping someone who you're not marketing towards buy or sell their property. Of course you will. You'll do those transactions. Who you do your business with and who you'll market to are different, because your marketing is a going forward goal. It's like, I want to work with these kinds of people going forward. And by default, I don't want to work with those. Nothing to be worried about, nothing to be afraid about. Powerful when you can access it. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments. Jeff, I'm with you. Oh my goodness, Jeff, you just said something that reminded me of what so-and-so said. Tag them in that post. I'm doing this for you for free. Give me some love back. All right? 5,000 people. How would that change your life? 5,000 people in your community were talking about you, sharing your social media posts, telling their friends of what they'd learned from you in one day, coming to events you hosted. All depends. How they respond and interact with you is dependent on your brand. Okay? But you must make an active choice. And we like to identify 5 to 6 different niches of people maximum. 5 to 6 different niches. And you're choosing your potential referral partners here. It's not about transaction. It's about referral partners. Here's an example, okay? This dude here, I don't know his name, we'll call him Boris. Boris, no Boris, he's a great person. Boris, he likes the big 4 sports. He's a young dad. He likes local businesses. He loves humor. And he loves hiking. Okay, so he's looking for people in his community who are really into sports, who are young dads, who like local businesses, who enjoy humor, and who like hiking. Now, they don't have to fit all of these categories. They just have to fit one of them to resonate with Boris, to belong in his brand. Some will fit 2, some will fit 3, some will fit 1, some will fit 5, some of them will fit none, and they don't belong, and that's fine. He's not building a brand for them. He's not building or creating content for them. They're not his audience, right? Okay? When he does this and uses Facebook and its CRM to build these lists of people, he's going to have immense power. He's going to 3 times, 6 times, or 9 times his referral base. So as we go across to our sheet here, if you're with me, now back to our referral generator sheet, I want us to think about your sphere. Okay. How would you rate, here we go, how would you rate the purity, strength, and size of your Facebook friend list? Like, I want you to be real honest with me here, because I know most of you. I know a lot of you. 5,000 friends. Many of you, 4,850 of them are real estate professionals in other states. And very, very little of your business comes through that referral pathway. So that's not a strong sphere. That's a large sphere. It's a weak sphere. And so if you're not connected strongly with people in your community who share your passions and values and hobbies, even though you've got 5,000 friends, I'm going to be kind of unkind to you, you might think. I'm going to put you right down here, okay? This is where you are. You're right here. Sorry, friend. I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry, because you got something to work on, right? If you had 700 friends who shared your passions and your values, and you are strongly connected to them, then you could be up here. You could be close to 6 times in the referral graph that we're going to show you. So what we want to understand with building your sphere and using your Facebook friendship, your most personal place online is the best place to keep your closest friends, right? What you want to understand is there are two things at play here in terms of growth. It's the number of people you're connected to, in particular the number of new people that you're adding regularly. They're very excited about you. And then secondly, the second most important thing is the depth of relationship that you have with them. It's better to be deep and narrow than wide and thin, okay? Because it's the relational equity of your brand that we're measuring. How many strong relationships do you have? Ultimately, how many referral relationships do you have? And of course, you have to go wide at the top to get strong at the bottom. Of course you do. Of course you do. But many of you just wide at the top, flittering around with superficial comments, a little bit of Facebook engagement, lots of industry chit-chat. It's not really having a powerful effect on your referral business. In fact, it's really a detrimental effect. Does that make sense? Are you feeling told off? I hope not. I hope not. I gleeked. Hope you saw it. All right, let's go across back here. Okay. So this is what you need to know. You need to know who you're looking for. You need to invite them into your sphere. And when you know who you're looking for, then you can invite them. And let's be really honest here, guys. People are everywhere. I'm sitting here at Starbucks doing this, and I'm looking around, and I can see at least 45 people, right? 45 people listening to my webinar thinking, why won't Jeff just shut up, right? Because they're not realtors. But that's okay. I'm wearing a little headset. I'm not actually talking that loudly. Okay, but people are everywhere. It's not that you are not exposed to enough people, that you don't have the right techniques and strategies to connect with the right people. So once you know who you're trying to connect with and how, then you can build your sphere. It's easy. And if you just stick to one place to do it, then it has value. Okay. There's no reason why you can't add 2 to 3 potential new referral partners to your Facebook sphere every day. You do that, that's 700 to 1,000 new people a year in your sphere. Just got to know who they are. So let's go to the worksheet. I think, yeah, let's go to the worksheet. Keeping it real here. Again, is this resonating with you? I think this morning in the session, this was the part that people really struggled with the most. So how proactive and consistent and successful are you at adding new connections to your sphere? The right new people. Okay. So when you think about the last 2 months, how much is your Facebook friendship sphere growing? Your Facebook friends, does it stay the same? Also, have you been waiting for friend requests? Have you been passive, or have you been the one choosing? If you're passive, you're going to get all sorts of people connecting with you on Facebook. I think he wants money. That's a very unusual Facebook profile. She's not wearing very many clothes. These are the kinds of friend requests that happen when you're not choosing your sphere. They happen anyway, but you want to be actually proactively going out there and saying, I want to connect with this group of people this week. Let me go find some people, build rapport, build relationships, bring them into my sphere. Very easy, fast way to do it when you know who you're looking for. So I can't see your comments, but I'm thinking probably that many of you are probably around a 2 here. Probably around a 2. So let's put you in here. Not bad. Not good though. Not neutral. Well, neutral actually. No growth coming. No growth coming here. Okay. All right. Ready? So let's go back to the slides. Look at one more thing before I wrap this up for you guys. One more thing. All right. Because you're thinking, if you're smart, you're thinking, but wait, I've got my hand up, my paw up. I'm the 3-legged dog. I better not fall over with that front paw up. It's not enough to have a bunch of new people coming in. How do you turn them into referral partners? How do you fully access that brand ambassador pathway? How do you get that raging torrent that's 9 times your referrals just from your Facebook profile? Well, this is the pathway that people go through to become a brand ambassador. Let me take you through it. Firstly, they become aware of your brand. So the more remarkable it is, the more unique it is, what we did earlier, then the awareness goes up. It skyrockets. People are talking about you. It's great. And then they want to connect with you, or you connect with them. Starts off with you being more active, and then as your brand grows, they become more active. It changes. But you have a Facebook connection, right? Then you engage them with your content, and you start having conversations in public and maybe in private. And there's resonancy. You're looking for resonance, people who belong at the dinner table of your brand. Then there's an important next step. Then they become a brand ambassador, and then the referrals flow in. Can you guess what that important next step is? What do you have to do? What is the step that's missing? What's the action you have to take, or somebody has to take someone from a resonant, engaged social media presence to becoming a brand ambassador, a lifetime supporter of your real estate career, someone who will do anything they can to refer you and help you. What's that step? Can you guess the missing link? It's not in my brain. You must move the relationships off Facebook for them to be real. You can't stay on social media and expect it to have value for you. You're building a referral-based brand. You've got to get the relationship off. Ways to get the relationships off include running events, asking for phone calls, having video conferences, in-person meetups. So many different ways. And we give people the strategies and the techniques and the scripts to do this. It's very easy. So here we go again. It's all you have to do. Can you do this? Yes, you can. I can show you how. So let's go ahead and look at our worksheet one more time. My question is, how good are you at getting relationships offline? It's a very important question because this will have a major role in how fast your brand can grow. If you're not doing it well, if you're not doing it quickly, your brand is going to grow more slowly. It's still possible. I've had clients get 3 times growth without taking relationships offline. It's just not as effective. So most people kind of way down here. Again, having trouble here, guys. Oh, I know what it is. There we go. Just a small problem. Most people are way down here. All right. Okay. So now what we want to do, you can see that this graph is complete. My matrix is complete. I'm going to do something else kind of interesting, I think. Let me find a 2D shape here. I'm going to choose a line, and I'm going to draw from here. My X didn't stay, but we know where it was. You watching me? Oh. Okay. So if you've printed out your diagram, that's what I'd like you to do too. Use my graph there. Microsoft Paint has almost got the better of me today. Still, you gotta love it. Okay. You watching what I'm doing? It's riveting, isn't it? It's almost as good as watching paint dry. Where are you though? What's your highest score here? Be interested to know. Put that in the chat. Where did you score highest? Say highest for brand sentence. Then tell me where your weakest point is. Where are you weak? Where could you really expand your referral potential? I'm interested to know. Okay. Here we go. Now, if I had more time, what I would do, can you see that? Good. As I'd print this off, just to show you, and I would cut out this matrix, but I'd cut it along these lines here. What you'd have if you put it in a loop would be like a crown, wouldn't it? It'd be like a crown. But if it were a cup, you wouldn't be able to put much water in it, would you? In fact, the water would fall out right here, right in the negative, actually. You have zero referral potential. It doesn't actually matter how referral worthy your service is because your brand has no presence and your sphere has no power. All right? So that's a problem for you. We can only be as powerful as our lowest common denominator here. So what if instead you were more like this? And I cut that out and made it into a little cup. You'd have a lot of ability to hold referrals, correct? And so what we want to do is work out where we're weak and we want to get them here. Now, you know, the more aggressive you can be at taking relationships offline, if you get it to a 9 and then you get, you know, maybe you're here, maybe you're in 2 times the referral, you're a pretty successful realtor, get a lot of referrals, have a good brand and a powerful sphere. Well, you want more? Well, let's look at elevating these things, elevating you to a point where you're getting all the referrals you need. Does that make sense? Again, questions. This is new work. No one's done this before. This is a culmination of everything I've done for a number of years. And it works. Look at Wayne here, dear friend of mine, the real estate tailor in San Diego. Need a realtor in San Diego? 10 referrals to him. I think he's 58 years old. Might give him a year or two. He was not really that tech savvy. I don't think he's learning. but he's willing to learn. So you don't have to be tech savvy when you focus your attention on one social media channel. For anyone over the age of 50 who doesn't really love tech, I know that many of you do, but who doesn't really love tech, one of the benefits in getting narrow with your brand presence is you can really master something. You can't master it if you're on all these channels trying to figure out what's Snapchat and, and who is that? It doesn't work, right? So, he needed to grow, and he's growing well. Look, every day he's able to take relationships offline. He says, look, Jeff taught me step by step how to take those relationships offline. So his sphere of influence is growing very quickly. What about you? So let's go across. Well, I went across to that spreadsheet, so we've done that already. I connected some dots. What's your highest score? What's your lowest score? Let me know if you haven't already. Be fascinated to see. This is one kind of profile. This is another kind of profile. A successful person, a very financially successful real estate person with a powerful brand, still getting hung up here and slowed down by their ability to empower their sphere, to get into 3 times, 6 times, 9 times. We work together, we'll get you there. Make a huge difference. Going from 2 times to 3 times, it's worth probably $100,000 to you at least, right? Getting from 2 times to 9 times, probably $1 million, right? Depending on your market. A lot of growth here. Imagine if everything was green. Imagine that, huh? You would be the hottest realtor in the whole of the United States. So there are 3 things to summarize, guys. 3 things you have to master. 1, you want to make a real difference in people's lives, so the story they tell about you is great. That's what it means to have a great referral-worthy service. 2, you want to build a remarkable Facebook presence that engages people deeply outside of real estate. 3, you want to consistently increase your relational equity, adding new people and engaging them and creating brand ambassadors and referral partners every single day, if not week. So I asked you at the start what a great 12 months looks like for you, and many of you have answered this question before, and some of you want 2 times your business, some of you want 3 times, some of you want 9 times to build a team, some of you want to stop hustling and cold calling. You want a better quality of life. Well, I want to help you with that. And one of the ways that I want to do that for you is I'm going to share with you shortly. Because how can you do that through the process of referral generation? And today I shared on this live 3 success stories, all members of this group. I shared Laura's story. She's built a brand through helping people. I shared Wayne's story. He gets relationships offline whenever he needs. And I shared Christy's story, who had all the obstacles in the world but increased her business by 600% in Virginia. All great referral partners, by the way. All voluntarily let me use their stories. But there's one story that I did not share, and that's your story, you watching the live right now. What do you want for the next 12 months? What would it look like to have your story up there where Laura's, Wayne's, and Christy's were? Your success story, right? And so what I want to do now is I want to invite you to become a case study for us at a reduced investment amount for a training that we've got, an online training, really powerful. And if you're watching in this group, you're like, oh, that's why it's called Your Referral Generator. There's an online training that's flexible and fits your schedule. It's very deep. It goes over much of what we've discussed and way more with videos, resources, and I'll show you some of those things in a second. So what would it look like for me to be telling your story? Because it's possible. You're a remarkable human being. You're enough. And your story is your story. So let me go ahead and just share a little more about this training. So I'd love you to consider being a case study. Now the group, the link for this training, you can see it actually in the live, just up there. I think it's the second link down. You can go to yourreferralgenerator.com. Make sure you put in the HTTPS and the www. It's for security settings because we take payments. And you're going to be learning how to inspire referrals, creating your remarkable brand, and building your referral base. That's the essence or the overview of the curriculum. Remember? Inspiring referrals, creating your remarkable brand, and building out your referral base. And there's 9 different elements, 9 different modules, or 8 modules. One is packed into 2. You do 1 module at a time. It'll be released to you each week with action items, things for you to do, things for you to explore. When you're inspiring referrals, you'll do things like get client stories flowing. When you're creating your remarkable brand, you'll do things like surveying your sphere to find out who they think you are, because it needs to be who they think you are, not you. And you'll build your referral base. We'll give you relationship scripts to get relationships offline. If not scripts, we'll teach you a methodology and help you make it your own. Okay? So I'd love you to join me is a part of this case study. Really, really important. I can only do a small number in the next few weeks. And then we want these stories. We want your story. It's valuable for us too. We want to know and have more testimonials of people who have done 6 times, 9 times the business. So when we release the training with our ad model and our new marketing model at a much more expensive price in a few months, we've got your stories and your testimonials, and you'll become a lifetime member of our brand, a partner for us. Okay? So when you sign up via that link, you might want to go do that now, because I've got a bonus that I'm going to offer the first 5 people that I'm getting to. This is what the training hub will look like. You'll get access to it straight away. The first module will be unlocked. You can watch a video on the training similar to this one. You can read the transcript of it. You can download the slides. Whatever your learning model is, whether you like to watch videos or read, or whether you like to engage with others, there's things in there for you to teach you. Okay. And then in each module, as well as the main lesson, there are action steps. It takes 5 minutes a day. This is an implementation program. You've got to implement. You can't just learn. But it's only 2 to 3 hours a week to build your brand and to build your presence. There's also free resources for you to download, PDFs, and all sorts of documents that you can use to help you find your way. Also, additionally, you get the bonus. We'll have a live weekly Q&A session where you'll get to come on, doing the work. You'll come on and we'll talk about it. I'll solve problems with you. I'll inspire you to find new ways. Okay? And you'll be part of a private Facebook group for at least 12 months. So you have the accountability of people helping you. Now, I know that some people ask me this question. I want to share it with you. Some people ask me this question about our training. They'll say, look, I've taken these kinds of trainings before and I don't end up doing anything with them. What's different? Well, I'll tell you what's different. 1, you have lifetime access, so you can start and stop however you want. 2, you have a private Facebook group for accountability. 3, I can see exactly where you are on the training. It tells me whether you've done something or nothing. And previous training members will tell you that I reach out to you to find out why you've done nothing. Is it my training? Is it not connecting with you? How can I make it better? Where are you stuck? How can I help you? You'll get personal tutorials via chat with me. Okay? There's a lot of accountability for you. I understand the need for some people. Some people just fly and go through it by themselves. That's fine too. Other people want that set accountability. We can create that structure for you. Okay? I want you to not have to hustle or cold call anymore. Let's have a look. I'm going to offer you something pretty special. So here's the basic price. I added something else here too. So you can do a one-off payment, get access, lifetime access to the training. It's 8 modules. It's dense, take you 3 months or so. And then you'll also get the live coaching calls forever, actually. So you don't even have to pay for any real estate coaching if you don't want to. You can save money there. Or you can do 2 payments of $527, 30 days apart. And I added another option for you that I'm just going to tell you about now, and that's you can do 3 payments of $347 if you want to manage your cash flow a bit more. Do it 30 days apart. But it's really important to me. You know, you're standing with a choice. Remember that ground, the ground that was flat, sand, and then the earthquake thrust up the seabed, and it was forever changed. Well, you can keep walking along that flat sand, and you can keep just doing things like you're doing. You can say, you know what? I'm going to keep hustling. I'm going to keep cold calling. I'm going to keep door knocking. I'm going to keep trying to muscle a way through with all these different social media channels. Or I'm going to put a line in the sand. I'm going to commit to building a referral-based business. To my heart, I know that's who I am. And I know that's who most of you are. There are some who would rather hustle, pay, and try and finagle their way through things. And that's okay. There are other systems and places where you can learn. But if you want to build something that gives you the ideal life you want, working with the clients that you love, and really grows your business, then I think you should try us, because really at $997, if you pay in bulk, that's a very small investment for dozens and dozens and dozens of referrals for 3 times your business. And if you can't see from what I've shown you today that you can get 3 times or 5 times, 9 times your business through the methods that I've expressed, then don't pay me. But if you can see and sense and feel that this could work for you, then absolutely invest in your business. I'll partner with you. I'll work with you. You'll be a case study, and you'll be a big part of what we do, and I'd love that. All right. Okay. There you go again. This is the link. Go to https yourreferralgenerator.order and get it. Now, you should get it now. This is a Facebook group, by the way, that you'll be part of, a different private Facebook group. You're also going to get lifetime access to training and coaching calls. But this is what I wanted to tell you about. It's a super bonus, guys. I'll take that that matrix that we just looked at. We'll create yours to make sure we can see where you're weak. We'll spend 90 minutes one-on-one, totally free. If you're one of the first 5 people to sign up after watching this live, one of the first 5 people, then we'll take that and we'll work out where you're weak, and we'll boost your referrals really, really quickly and really, really fast. Okay. So make sure if you want to do that, you come back to this link right here. Again, it's in the live just above. So make sure you don't carry if you want that. It's worth thousands of dollars. So traditionally right now I would take some questions, and I'm just going to go over some of the questions I got this morning. And if you've got questions, either message me personally, send me a personal message. If you want to take the training, you want the bonus, send me a message right now and say, a personal message, say, Jeff, I'm interested in the training. I've just got one question, but I want to secure the bonus. Do that if you can answer my question, and we'll talk on the phone after this, okay? So just remember to send me a message if you want the bonus training, okay? So some of the things that people have asked me, I think I've covered most of them, but one thing I get asked quite a bit is this a good training for a team? And I want to address this right now because it comes right down to the way I feel about people and the way I feel about teams. Okay, so a team is a collection of individuals, and you're in the selling business, and it can become very competitive, etc. But we don't compete with each other; we compete with ourselves. And so, what my training and what this Your Referral Training Generator has the potential to do for you and your team is it has the potential to supercharge the sphere of every individual member of your team. So they're connected to a large number of people via their Facebook profile. It also has the potential to supercharge their brand. So people are really aware that they are this particular person who cares about these things, who belongs to your team. When you do that, the awareness and the knowledge of your team and your community goes through the roof, guys. It's very powerful to get the brand of your team right as well. So it's almost essential that you're empowering every member of your team in this way to be equipped to engage with others on Facebook, on their profile, generating 3, 5, 9 times referrals. Now, there's one pushback I have for this, and I think it's fascinating. I've had team leaders say to me, I don't want to empower my people to build their own brand because then they'll leave. They'll leave me. So actually what you're saying, which is very small in its thinking, is that if I keep my people unsuccessful, they'll stay, which doesn't work actually. It's why people leave. They have bills to pay. They leave the industry. You will do well if you empower your people to thrive, to succeed. In fact, everyone else will want to become a member of your team because they're seeing so much success. So yes, it's a perfect training for teams. Again, I'm going to leave you right now. I'm going to turn the live off, and I want to thank you for joining me in this impromptu live where I just give you all this stuff. But please, if you want to take this training, if you have questions, if you want to secure that bonus session, want to be one of the first 5, I can't actually check right now to see if anyone is joined just yet, but probably quite a few of you may have. You'll get access to it straight away. If you want a chance to be one of the 5, you get a bonus session on referral generation with me, a 90-minute session that will boost your referrals. Then you need to send me a personal message now saying, I want the bonus, but I have a question, okay? I want the bonus, but I have a question. If I can't answer your question, that's fine. You don't have to work with me. There are plenty of other people helping you spend thousands of dollars on ads and all that sort of stuff. Now, I want to answer that question, but it's also coming. I can see another question coming, and that is, are you saying I shouldn't run Facebook ads or have a business page or run an Instagram account? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you don't need to if you don't want to, that you have enough with this incredibly powerful tool, which is your Facebook profile. And by spreading yourself so thin, you're not really building a powerful brand. Now, you should build a powerful Facebook brand. Absolutely, 100%. Should be one of your main priorities as a real estate professional, if not the main when it comes to your marketing. But from there, if you want to add things, then you can. Now you want to run some ads. Maybe you're going to run the ads relationally rather than transactionally. So instead of trying to sell that property or find a buyer, you're thinking about how can I reveal my brand to this segment of the population who I know belong here, right? And you actually get much better ROI. I talked to a realtor once who wanted me to help him run an ad for a luxury property. It was like a $4 million property or something like that. And so we talked about who his audience was, and we talked about the ads that he was going to run. And he had a budget of $400, right? And I said to him, you might get lucky running this ad. You might find a buyer. You might. There are very few people. But let me tell you, I can take that $400 and I can introduce 400 new people to your real estate brand, to your personal brand. Which is more valuable? And so I want you to think about that today. Which is more valuable? 400 potential referral partners or the possibility of one person buying a house? A possibility, the remote possibility with an ad, okay? And so always get your brand right, get your content right, get your story right, get your people together. That's the first step. That's going to help you grow. And if you're a new realtor, it doesn't matter whether you have clients or not. You can start to engage your sphere of influence and build your sphere of influence and build your people out really, really quickly. So you can have a powerful sphere of influence at the end of this training. So again, the link to take the training is under this video. Go ahead and sign up. Send me any questions. Choose the payment option you want. You can start the training right away, and I'll reach out and have a personal chat with you and welcome you to the team. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you all soon.